We're here to welcome our subscribers, our clients, and our staff as well, and also some of the artists who've been featured in the magazine. I'd like to take this, je vais prendre l'occasion pour juste présenter notre numéro de novembre. Dans ce numéro, nous avons actuellement, c'est un numéro national. So it's a national issue which has two different editions. Alors, il y a une édition anglaise avec Emily D'Angelo en couverture, et aussi il y a une édition française avec Frédéric Antoun en couverture. Et Frédéric est avec nous cet après-midi. Frédéric, c'est...
Bonjour,
J'ai jamais invité Frédéric de...
Ah oui, ok. Non, je vais parler.
De nous joindre ici. Frédéric is just... you just sang the opening night at Lucia on Saturday night. So how did it go?
I was very nervous.
Bravo!
For an opening, for my first encounter, it's okay. It's acceptable. Thank you all for coming.
So you can read more about Frédéric in Adrian's interview. But actually, one of the things that one of my projects is a special project on next grade art song, and part of that is to ask musicians and singers like you, I'm going to put you on the spot, to name your favorite art song.
Oh, that's good.
I'm immediately thinking of the trucker sonnets because it's very tenoristic. They're very tenoristic, but I don't know. There are so many. I can't say that I'm a favorite one.
So who's the composer of that?
Liszt?
Liszt.
Yes. Yeah, it's wonderful. The accompaniment is really rich.
You can give us a...
Do it. So, I don't have an accompaniment, and Facile mantenavo e non ho da far guerra e temo e spero. Ma I have to get to the melody part, but it takes a while. It's quite a build-up, so maybe some other time. I can sing a song if you want.
Gino Quilico is with us. So Gino, can you come up? He was telling us about telling me about his training. I'm a really, the voice technique guy, so
I gave him a couple of voice lessons.
So now there's one thing that's not in the article is your famous story about Malabar gum. Can you tell us that?
Yes, well, all singers have little stories. One of my stories was the Barber of Seville, Figaro, the role of Figaro. I had a great fear of this role because when I was starting my career, I went to New York and they asked me to audition, many different auditions, and I never brought Figaro, never brought the Barber of Seville because I was scared, but they would ask at every single audition. So come the high note, I go, I would break the high note, and I became a big jinx in my head. Till this, finally, and that was the role I was mostly engaged for in the beginning of my career. So I'm doing this production in Lyon, and I went to the store and I bought myself some Malabar gum. It's like a bubble gum. And I put it in my mouth, and I would sing the whole role with Malabar gum in my mouth. And every high note came out and worked. So the funny part was, and that's probably one of the big successes I ever had, because the whole hall stood up at the end, and the soprano came to me and said, "Gino, how do you do it?" And I pulled out my Malabar gum. Next thing you know, everybody was chewing Malabar gum in the production, including Tom Hampson, who was my cover at the time. So that's the Malabar gum story.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Are there any questions from the audience?
Yes. Who did you most enjoy working with in these years?
Yeah, I have to be honest, the person I most enjoyed working with was Luciano. I worked with Luciano in Japan, France, New York, San Francisco. He was also my friend. He was a friend, and you know, he sang me happy birthday, and he taught me how to make pasta. So yeah, no, definitely Luciano. And I sang Enrico many, many, many times. As a matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to see your performance, but my son is called Enrico.
Really?
Yeah. But not because I wanted to be like the character, because the character is not very nice. You know?
He doesn't have a sister, so he okay?
He has a sister.
He does, yes.
He has a sister, yeah, my daughter Sophia. But that was more from Sophia Loren, you know. So.
Hold on a second. You said Luciano taught you how to make pasta. What about your mother? Didn't you learn pasta from?
No, my mother was the pianist. My mother really, she was music. She was like the person who taught me my roles. My father was all about my technique, and my mother was all the musicality and everything. Because I didn't play the piano. I played the piano just like that on the side. But she was the one who really, and she actually taught my father most of his roles as well. So no, but she was a great cook. You were right, she was. But I never learned how to make pasta from her. You know why I learned how to make pasta by Luciano? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because we were in the kitchen, and Luciano, this is Luciano. He takes always a stool. He weighs 300 pounds. He weighed 300 pounds, and he would sit like this. And then he'd go, Gino, go give me that. Gino, go give me that. Gino, go give me that. So I was what you call the boy, the sous chef, getting all this stuff and making the pasta. So I learned how to make the pasta, but he was the one giving the orders. So. You have a Luciano story? Tell it.
When we were in Australia with the Sutherland Williamson opera, Luciano wasn't very famous, so Joe and Luciano were the also ran, and the stars of the whole thing, the star was Joan. So Luciano came home, and we were going to have, and I did pasta or something, and he decides they want to have bread with it. He was lucky he's still alive at the end. So he took the bread knife and he took the board, and he didn't realise that the cable of the wire of the toaster, still connected, went across the board. So he held his knife and he cut right through the bread and the cord. So everything exploded up, and luckily it was a handle that was rubber, so he was all right. But I said, oh, for goodness sake, Luciano, could you just be a bit more careful? And at that point, Luciano, I'll tell you another Luciano story, was just, he was a footballer, so he was not, but he was big, you know. So Joe and we went to this party outside Sydney, and all the people and wonderful dresses and jewelry and everyone was there, and it was right on the edge of the sea. And I think that Joe and Luciano were in bathing suits and they were just swimming or something, but they were rather drunk. So they decided that they would take these ladies, pick them up, walk out into the sea, and drop them into the water. They did this several times until I, little me, wandered out and said to them, you've got to stop that. Tomorrow everybody will be suing you. Oh, but it's such fun. I said, wait till tomorrow comes, you won't find it fun at all. So nothing did happen in the end, but those two are a bit out of control. That's my own chance.
So thank you. That's of course Renee Rouleau, who's widow of Joseph Rouleau, and who was featured in our September issue. So thank you, Renee, for coming.
I just want to thank you because of the article that you did, which is really wonderful. It also shows another side of me because most of my career, I'm a singer, and now I started teaching, and he was very kind to come and ask me all these questions and make this article. So I want to thank you very much for this.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So acknowledge some people who are here. Taras from Orchestre Classique de Montréal. The Orchestre Classique was featured in our October issue, which we have some copies here. So, oh, by the way, if anyone wants to have your copy signed, Frédéric is here, and we have a Sharpie available, so you can grab him and he can sign that. So that's what we have here. Also, another artist that we featured, Stéphane Marceau, is here as well at the back. So welcome, thank you. Maintenant, j'aimerais vous présenter notre nouvel projet. C'est nouveau projet. Notre coffret découverte, which is a Discovery CD, Discovery box. Actually, 10 years ago we introduced the Discovery CD, and so now we're introducing the Discovery box. And so therefore, La Scena and Discovery is kind of synonymous. So I invite Adrian to tell us a bit more about it.
So one day I sat down with this man and we were wondering how to make tickets more accessible to the public. And so we came up with this idea, which is the Discovery Box. And basically what it is a subscription service where you, when you purchase one of these, you get 3 times a year, you get a box in your mail, and you're wondering, wow, what is this? You get surprises, here's one for example, and you get a pair of tickets and 1 CD per box. The pair of tickets is a surprise, but we do take into account what the people taste is. So we send you a formulary when you buy, and you say, I like opera, I like theater, so we try to match that with whatever we have in our database. We have several partnerships with people from the cultural industry, and so we try to match the taste from people. Anybody in French, actually? You want me to explain in French? Okay, so the big surprise today is actually we're giving away 3 of these boxes. So we're giving the 1 gold and 2 platinums.
No, 2 silver.
The 2 silver boxes. We're doing a raffle for that. So the ticket that you gave in the beginning has a number. And we're gonna, I think it's Mark Jokic. Is Mark Jokic around? Yes. He's gonna be picking. Come here.
I thought you said I won.
Est-ce que tout le monde a son billet?
Yes,
Est-ce
everybody
que
has
tout le
a
monde
ticket.
a pris un billet?
So I gotta read.
Toi, t'en as pas eu?
Okay, so
This one's good. This one's better though. Actually, I like the feel.
This one feels better?
This one feels better. Let's see.
Let's just read the last 3.
Okay, the last 3 numbers are 979. Do we have a 979? All right.
Wow! It's more than a feeling, huh?
Mark says big on a date night.
Avery, would you like to open that for us?
Oh, sure, okay.
we need a drum roll. Drummers.
Wow.
There's a tab. Yeah, there's a tab.
So we're gonna ask Julius to open one of these boxes so you guys can see what to expect if you ever get one of these.
If you subscribe.
If you subscribe, huh?
First rule, send the box with instructions. See?
There you go.
So, the disc is Marie Bernard, Le Cœur de l'Art Neuf, and
On Atma,
this is Constitution which is salle principale, centre de théâtre d'aujourd'hui. So 2 billets pour le spectacle de 15 novembre.
Super, thank you.
Merci.
You have a date on
Okay.
Friday.
Hein?
So,
Okay, I just want to let you know those 2 boxes are example of our $99 subscription. Then this is a value of 3 times. It's around $90 this box, and then another, and then another. So it's about 3 times your.
merci encore tout le monde pour assister, and thank you very much for coming. And again, there's lots of food still available, and please enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and go talk to those famous musicians that I've just named.
Thanks for the prizes. Woo!